Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? I hope your days are going good and your lives are going even better than that. We are going to be jumping in to Soilwork, Let This River Flow. But we're not going to be doing the basic reaction to it, as I'm pretty sure I already did it at least once. I'm not too sure about that. But we're going to be doing a different kind of breakdown. We're going to be going with Floor and without Floor, and just see what kind of things Floor adds into the music, the way that she decides to use her voice, the way she decides to help in the song and change bits about it, and how different it sounds with her and without her, and just comparing and contrasting and just seeing how amazing Floor can be with even the most basic additions to a song, just by layering her voice with other vocals and things like that. Either way, let's jump straight into this. I'm going to do 30 seconds by 30 seconds by 30 seconds. I'll do 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there, and so on and so forth. So. No, I don't know where to pause with this song, man, shit. But anyway, I'm not gonna play the entire intro again. That just doesn't seem like it's gonna be worth it just to go through all things. So I'm gonna go from about 59 seconds ish, and we're just gonna go straight into this version and just see how it differs when he starts singing and when Floor comes into it and all of that good shit, man.
Once I lost it, went to cold on me. Once again, lost and left to see what was there. Wouldn't let me be, blowing misery, blowing that the dead. Rise and return from sleep. Become one with the remedy. No regrets, no compromise. Story will be told. Won't reject the call this time. Let this river flow.
I'm really fucking this up in terms of getting my timing right, but still. You can hear the massive amount of difference from his vocals sound basically the same on both versions. Like one version's a little bit better quality, I think, but that's about the only difference between them. The fact with this, like, his voice normally it's powerful, but there's little bits in it that you can kind of make out. Like, you can hear the bottom of his vocals, you can hear the bottom of him just like kind of as he's singing. But when Floor comes in on the other version, Floor is going right underneath him. She's not trying to overpower him, she's trying to blend with his vocals to go right under him, to kind of add that balance, add that kind of beauty between the two different styles of singing, and just tries to complement each other like beautifully and perfectly. And it's just a great way just to showcase how masterful Floor is, because most vocalists, they try to do a vocal power battle. At least in my experience that I've seen, only in rare circumstances have I seen vocalists that just don't try to outpower each other in terms of a song, and this is just a perfect example of just showing how in control Floor is of her voice, just trying to keep below but not trying to be in too far in the distance, just to add her blend, her voice and onto the like pure symphony of the rest of the band, and just like blending it all together to make one perfect amount of sound. And it's great to listen to. It's just amazing just to hear Floor's voice. But let's keep going. I'm going to do minute bursts. I'm going to go to 2:30 on this one, then I'll do 2:38 on the next one, and so on. So let's go.
Let's no compromise. Sorry will be told. Won't reject the cure this time. Let this river flow. Let this river flow. Let this river as the river meets the sea, that's when the ghost becomes happening. Will it wash up, serve in need? Bring the harvest with the gain. Bring the harvest with the gain. Bring the harvest, let me feel. One for the shore, one for the mind. One by one, make me run.
I'm going to have to pause it there, but I don't want to pause it there, but still. The song is too good. Like, you know, just listening to it, just listening to it on the daily when I listen to it, it's so hard for me to pause it. I've never had to try to pause it properly before. But still, I'm going to go straight into floor as well.
Let this river flow. Let this river flow. As the river meets the sea, that's when the ghost becomes happening. Will it wash up, so beneath? Bring the harvest with the king. Bring the harvest with the king. Bring the harvest, let me fucking feel. One for the draw, one for the mind, one by one, make me run.
Shit, man, that's so awesome. So, in between those parts is basically the same. You can just hear Floor's voice just blending really nicely with his voice. Then when he goes into the deepest parts of the scream, and his growl, and that kind of technique that he's going towards, you can definitely see all of his elements coming together. Like on the chorus part, you can definitely hear his voice, the very, very much like the very, I don't know, he has like a high tone at the top of his voice when he's going towards his normal singing voice. But with his growls are very deep. But in the other version with Floor, you can definitely see that Floor adds her own growls. If you don't know, Floor can growl. She's been able to growl for a very long time since Revamp and probably after Forever Fall, I know. But she's been able to growl for a long time. You can see it in a bunch of Nightwish videos and a bunch of Revamp video or like Revamp songs at the very least. But yeah, she's adding her own vocal growl tone into his tone to make the growl doubly as deep in order to keep the growl even more brutal. That's why when you listen to it, if you don't listen to it properly, if you don't have a decent setup, if you just listen to it on normal bog standard set like PC speakers or whatever the hell you want to listen to music on, you won't really get you won't hear Floor, because you hear two like voices like coming together, just blending really nicely together. It's similar to if you've ever seen Carnifex with Alyssa. It's just like that, where they just blend their vocals so very well together in terms of the growls, and it just blends into one beautiful like deep darkness, and it's just amazing to listen to. It's probably like, it's one of those things that until you really listen to the song, you will never really hear it. Like, Floor is just so talented. She has such a great range, and she's just blending so very well with the song. Either way, let's keep going. I will rise up and now we're going to listen to it with Flo. So you can definitely hear between the two that just with his voice alone, it's much, much lighter in terms of the sound that's coming from him. When they're not blended together, his voice is amazing, don't get me wrong, I'm not trashing on him at all, he's an amazing vocalist, but just with him alone, like, it's much more solemn, it's much more somber. You can tell that Flo is pushing him, that Flo just being in the same vicinity as him is pushing him to try his very best to get his vocals to go even better than what he would normally do, to kind of, not really a power battle, but just to kind of like get his power to the point that it's at. And then when it comes to the light bits, as it's starting to come into about the 3-minute plus range of the song, it's literally just Flo blending her slightly higher voice with his slightly lower voice and just blending those two like kind of sounds together in order to make something really beautiful and to just kind of just highlight how beautiful their voices sound together, and just to show like how she's just like locking everything together and putting everything together in a completely different way. Like, the first time I heard this, I had to listen to it 3, 4, 5, 6 times in order to kind of understand what Flo had added to it, because it's a very subtle thing. It's a very subtle blend that you don't really get to see so much like nowadays with people who are duetting in songs and stuff like that, which is amazing. Either way, let's keep going. I'm gonna have to pause it, man. I don't want to pause it, but I've got to pause it right now. And with Flo. I have to pause it there also. It's kind of just like linking into my head as I'm listening to it. The live original, I don't know why, but to me it sounds hollow without Flo there. Like, she gets rid of that kind of hollowness that Like, I don't know, it's like there's a bit about there in the music about there. If you listen to it, like if you listen with like a proper sound stage on the headphones or on whatever setup you're using, it's like there's a hollow bit about it's about this big roundabout. It's what it feels like it's about that big, and it's just, I don't know, it just sounds, there's a bit of emptiness there that needs to be filled, and that's exactly what Floor goes to do. To me, in this song, Floor sounds very siren, like, you know, in the background, just adding her own little charms and whispers and the way she's singing and just adding into that hollow points and fixing it and just merging herself into those hollow points in the music in order to cement the song, to make it even better and to boost it and elevate it and make it into an epic masterpiece, which is what Floor has always been able to do with whatever she's been featured in. Either way, let's finish this shit now. And with Floor.
Let this river flow. Let this river flow. For Jansen.
Oh shit, I didn't realise the song was about to end. My total bad. Wow. It's an amazing performance. And I just realised I was listening to the recorded version, not another live version, so shit. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed and have a wonderful day, evening or night. And I will catch you guys in the very next video. Until then, take it easy.